Peace be upon you all. My dear foreign students, I hope you all are doing good. Basically, in today's video, I will make you learn when we are required to record our fixed assets under partnership business. So, what will be the treatment of our fixed assets when we will take them into our accounting records. Basically, there are some different cases under which we need to record our fixed assets. What are these different cases? Basically, these are 4 different cases. Number 1, let me explain. Number 1, cost price. Number 2, book value. Number 3, market price. And number 4, agreed value. Basically, these are the 4 different cases we may face in the recording of our fixed assets. So, what will be the treatment under each of these cases? Let me start explaining. Basically, when we start recording our fixed assets, we need to focus on the agreed value of respective fixed assets. Basically, we must record our fixed assets on their agreed value. We focus on agreed value first of all. Number 2, if we don't have agreed value of respective asset, then we will go with the market value of that particular assets. And if we don't have a market value, then we will go with the third one, book value. And if we don't have any book value, then we will record our fixed assets on their cost price. Now, let me explain what will be the treatment and why don't we need to record our assets, our fixed assets under these cases. Basically, under cost price case, we record our fixed assets on their cost price, original cost. What do you mean by original cost? Basically, original cost is the price at which we acquired that particular fixed asset. Cost price is the basically cost price is the value we purchase our fixed asset. So, under cost price case, if we don't have any provisions for depreciation, I repeat, if we don't have any provisions for depreciation of respective asset, then we will record our fixed assets on their cost price. This is the first reason we record our fixed assets on their cost price. There is a second reason when we record our fixed asset on their cost price. Maybe the business or maybe the person investing the fixed asset into the partnership business practicing the historical cost principle. What do you mean by historical cost principle? Under historical cost principle, we record our fixed assets on their original cost price. We don't record their depreciation allowances under the historical cost principle. Basically, under cost price case, we have no provision. We have no provisions for depreciation. Then we will record our fixed assets on their cost price, or maybe the person investing respective fixed assets into the partnership business uh, uh, has been practicing historical cost principle. So maybe this could be a reason to record such fixed assets on their cost price. I hope you get my point. Now, second thing, we have book value. What do you mean by book value? Basically, when we use our fixed assets, our fixed assets get depreciated with the passage of time. Uh, with the passage of time, we depreciate our fixed assets with the systematic allocation of cost. So, if we have depreciation allowances on respective fixed assets, then we will deduct the provisions for depreciation from our cost price, and we will record our fixed assets on their book value, but we never record the provisions for depreciation in any of these cases. We never record any provisions for depreciation for the fixed assets in the partnership accounting. So, next point, we have market price. Basically, market price represent the current fair value of respective fixed asset in the current times. And the fourth one, we have agreed value. Basically, agreed value is the amount at which all the partners are mutually agreed to record respective asset on that particular price. I hope you get all four concepts of these costs. Now, let me explain. Basically, in the treatment, what do you mean by treatment? Basically, while recording our fixed assets in the partnership accounting, we will focus. Firstly, we will focus first of all our fixed assets on their agreed value. We need to focus the fixed assets of their agreed value. If we don't have any agreed value in our information, then we will search and we will find the fixed assets market value. If we don't have a market value as well, then we will record our fixed assets on their book value. And if we don't have any provisions for depreciation as well, then we will record, or you may say basically your respective fixed assets, if we don't have any provisions for depreciation in the information, so our fixed assets will automatically record on their cost price. So I hope you get all these points, and I will show you the treatments to record such respective fixed assets in the next upcoming videos. So till then, stay tuned with my YouTube channel, and don't forget to share and subscribe as well this channel. Feel free to ask any question, feel free to share any of your problem regarding my video, or feel free to request any of the topic you get confused about accounting. I hope you get all this helpful. Till then, bye bye, stay blessed everyone.